Yo, 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 yo. Going live, trying this out. If anybody is on the YouTubes, I am testing the live stream. We're going to do what Mike's Music Method is going to do. We're going to start to do a weekly noon Eastern on Thursday. Thursday's noon Eastern. I know today's Wednesday. I'm testing it out. And we can try all sorts of different things. We can songwrite together. We can practice together. We can make it a Q&A. We could learn songs together, talk ear training, but I want to make it a regular thing. Thursdays at noon. I'm carving out that time and I'm giving it to you guys. That way, if anyone wants to learn whatever they want to learn, show up Thursdays, noon Eastern, and we'll do it. But this is my test. I'm using a new program. I've done this once before on a different program, and I might have to go back to that one. Supposedly I got 3 eyeballs on me. If anyone is here, then please say something, because I want to try and work all these chats out, but I don't really know how to do any of this. So that would be awesome if I could, have you guys chat with me and see if I can figure it out. Maybe I can log into my own live stream. How trippy would that be? And so there's not going to be much value in this if you're watching this after the fact. Honestly, I'm just trying my best to see if I can get all this stuff to work. And see if I can oh, this is going to be trippy if I don't shut this off. Yeah, I don't know if there's a live chat going on here. It's not letting it work on my end. Why can't we do a live chat? Oh, maybe we can. Hey, bro, hope you're good. Hey, Mike. Oh, Nigel. Hey, I can see you guys. How cool is that? All right, I don't know how to do it on this device, but if I can log into my own account over here, I can see you guys in the chat, which is pretty cool. And can I type in the chat? Hey, it's me. Cool. So what we're going to be doing is we can talk music. You can see me. I can teach you things. The next thing when I get better at this would be I can screen share, and you guys should be able to see this. And ideally, I should be able to do a little overlay with this, but now you can't see that. Why not? Oh, there we go. Right, and now ideally, we can talk through Suzanne. So that's what we'll do here now, actually. Let's make this a lesson, and while you guys chat here and I get everything working, we're going to talk through Suzanne. I just posted a tutorial. I'm about to post a strum along, but I wanted to talk to you guys just about how to start exploring your guitar. All right, Suzanne's really easy. I think there's just 4 chords: E, F sharp minor, G sharp minor, and A. Yeah, and look at that. It's just the 1, 2, 3, and the 4. Looks great. Yeah, thanks, Nigel. I'm getting the hang of all the buttons and what screen to be doing what on here. Thanks, man. And let me know if the sound's coming through okay. I'm just using one mic, but it's a nice mic, so it should be good enough to capture everything here. So what I'm getting at, Suzanne, it's cool to just analyze a song. We have E, we have F sharp minor, we have a G sharp minor chord, and we have an A. What's funny about that, it's just 1, 2, 3, 4. We just have the first 4 notes of the scale, right? We're in the key of E. Whoops, I can't play any major scale. And so we're just using the 1 chord, the 2 chord, F sharp minor, 3 chord, G sharp minor, and A. The 4 chord. Now what's cool here is Cohen's finger picking it, but with one beautiful song, you can do so much to study with it. So maybe I'll just play the beginning, right? Suzanne takes you down to a place near the river. F sharp minor, you can hear the boats go by. You can spend the night beside her, and you know that she's half crazy, but that's why you wanna be there. G sharp minor feeds you tea and oranges that come all the way from China, and that's basically the whole tune right there. But let's talk about how we can switch it up. What do we got here? Hello everybody, hey, looks great. Yeah, what's happening? No name. No name, I don't know who you are. I know nothing about you, but I always appreciate your comments. No, you did email me, didn't I? Lied. I know more about you than I thought. Thank you for the email. It's always cool seeing returning happy faces and people out there. I hope you're doing well. Anyway, so the beauty of guitar and exploring the guitar is this E major. You can play it as an open E, but maybe you pick one other E shape to get good at. And it might be as simple as picking another shape and moving it. I don't know if you guys know anything about the cage system. I have videos on that in my how to get better at guitar playlist. But anyways, you can take this D chord and move it up 2 frets to an E. So this is a great way to start creating new color, jamming along with other people. So now I can do my E up here on 4-5-4, right? It's just a D chord moved up. Well, maybe I should go back to the other screen so y'all can see me better now. Boom. There we go. So I can do Suzanne takes you down to a place near the river. Then F sharp minor, we can do the same D shape idea where if I just move it up, that's F sharp minor. Think of a D minor chord, but if I move it up, D minor, D sharp, E, F, F sharp minor. So I got 5, 7, 6. So I have my E chord, which is like a D major on 4-5-4. F sharp minor is that D minor shape, but up on the neck. So all of these shapes are movable, is what I'm getting to here. So Suzanne takes you down to a place near the river. You can hear the boats go by. Spend the night beside her. Then a G sharp minor that's just 2 frets higher than the F sharp minor. Back to the E. So many fun ways to take one song that you love and explore it. Not only can I play the E, well, let's do it. So we got E, then I move that up to, so think of it this way. There's a lot of theory here, and you don't have to know it all, but just take it in bites as you learn songs. So we have a D minor open chord. You should know how to play that one. Now, if you know anything about the notes on the guitar, it's D is here. That's the 2nd string, 3rd fret is a D. So that's the one that's naming the chord. So now I can kind of spend, the next 3 days being like, I'm just gonna master this D shape, right? So anytime I'm on the 3rd fret, I can play D major, or I can play D minor. Now, of course, if you know anything about the notes in music, D sharp, then E. So I'm gonna ignore the sharps and flats, right? So D is the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. If I go up 2 frets to the 5th, that's E. So now I know D major, D minor, I know E major, E minor. Now E doesn't have a sharp, so if I go up 1 fret to 6, that's an F. So now I know F major and F minor, right? And very quickly you're gonna realize, oh wow, I know all the major and minor chords and I can play them up the neck. So anytime I'm like, someone's doing a simple progression, right? E to F sharp minor. Well, you can look like a cool guitarist now and go, okay, E, well I know that's the D shape 2 higher than the F sharp minor. Well, let's figure that out. I knew F was the 6th fret, so F sharp is the 7th. So I can do. Got botched it. So even just playing the chords, but with a slide, with some accents and stuff like that, you can really create beautiful things that sound like you're playing quote-unquote lead guitar, and you are playing lead guitar, but you're just doing it by following these triad shapes. So much fun when you're jamming with other people, when you're recording, you're adding second guitar parts. This is how good players think through this stuff. Sure, you can noodle until you find something that sounds good up the neck, and I still do that. It's still fun to just explore and throw theory out the window. But if you want consistent results, you should be chasing triads and just having this good understanding. So again, we got D major, D minor, E major, E minor, F is the 6th fret. Well, that means if I go up from, I know we did F sharp and Suzanne, but if you go to the 8th fret, that's a G. So doing that D shape way up on 7/8/7 is a G chord. Right, just a higher G chord. Then if we go to the 10th fret, that's an A. Right, 10th fret is where my ring finger is. I can also make that a minor shape, right? So G major, G minor, A major on the 10th fret, A minor. Then I can play a B chord by doing that D shape way up on 11, 12, 11. Someone else commented here. Cool song, but can we talk about this cool top Mike is wearing? Thank you. Thank you for the lovely comment. And it's been a while, man. Jamil, how have you been? So my wife, believe it or not, made this lovely sweater. Isn't this thing dope? She made it for me probably like 15 years ago. And she's an excellent knitter. She's one of these women who can, you know, I don't watch any television at all, but she'll relax at night, you know, throw on some show and she's sitting there knitting. Wherever we go, I drive, right? That's a manly thing to do, dude. I'm not going to let a woman drive my car. I offended somebody out there. But I drive because she can sit there and knit. Or at like a movie theater, dude, pitch black, she can like frickin' knit. It's crazy. So she's been knitting since she was a kid, and she made me this sweater, and it's awesome. I kind of want like a cardigan. I want a Mr. Rogers one. And I'm teasing the idea that at the beginning of every one of my videos, you know, like, I don't want to do it with shoes because that's too Mr. Rogers, but maybe if I have enough collection of my wife's sweaters, I only have this one because I have 4 kids, so all our time gets poured into making these kids these super cute sweaters and hats and scarves and gloves and the whole thing. But if I could get a collection of 3, I would start each one of my videos like with some generic little song, and it could pan to my closet, and I would choose the sweater, and you see me suit up. Wouldn't that get you in the mood to finger pick? seeing Mike at Mike's Music Method pick out his sweater for the tutorial. It's so dumb. But you're right, Jamil. I think it is. I can't read. So I wear glasses to see far away, and now that I rearranged my room to make it look pretty for shooting, I'll admit it's not as practical for reading and doing things. But it's Jamil. Nice sweater, Mike. Thank you, Michael. I know. That's what I was just talking about. This sweater. I'm going to let my wife know. Hey, Jane, everyone loves your sweaters. She can't hear me. My kids do like yelling at me through the AC vents. So you can spend a week here and master the D shape, right? And just, you can plot it out. That's another video I'm going to make where you use blank guitar diagrams to plot things out. But we have D major, D minor on the 3rd, right? Think of the 3rd fret because that 3rd fret is where the root of the chord is. 3rd fret on that B string. That's the note D. Okay, well then E is the 5th fret. E major, E minor. The 6th fret is F. The 8th fret is G. The 10th fret is A. A major, A minor. 12th fret is B. And then from there, you now know every major and minor chord. Of course, if it calls for A flat, you remember, okay, A is the 10th fret. And then to make it flat, you would just go down to the 9th fret. So now you know A flat major and A flat minor. And it's that simple. And just like you probably, most of you out there probably memorize like E, F, G, A, B, C. It's the same idea. We're now just with that D shape, you got to memorize all the notes on the 2nd string, the B string, which is B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B. And just knowing, you know, another thing too is all the letters, it's always 2 frets with the exception of B and E. B and E don't have sharps. Don't be sharp. That's my dumb little sentence to remember. Don't be sharp. Don't be sharp with me. B and E, right? Don't be sharp, B, E. B and E don't have sharps. So you're always going 2 frets unless it's B or E. So you're really just saying the alphabet. B is open. Okay, well, duh. So don't be sharp. B doesn't have a sharp. So I go 1 fret to C, 2 frets to D. That's my default. 2 frets to E. Oh, I'm on E, right? E doesn't have a sharp. 1 fret to F, 2 frets to G, 2 frets to A, 2 frets to B. And now we're back where we started, right? 12th fret is B. Open was B. It's that easy. Within 20 minutes, maybe even if you just did this literally 3 minutes a day for the next week or the next 2 weeks, you'll have every major and minor chord just using the D shape, right? D major, D minor on every fret. And the best way to learn this is pick like 3 or 4 songs and only use that D shape, right? It might be impractical. Let's do like a typical G, C, D. I think I got more people chatting at me. It looks like it got folded out of a cube because of the creases or knitting. Yeah, I know. Isn't that really neat? There's all these like little boxes on it. I'm glad you guys are digging the sweater. I know, it's great. My wife's a talented young lady. G, C, D. So I want you guys to do this. So if we're playing a G chord, where am I going to move that D shape to? It's a little dark in here, isn't it, guys? Whatever, it's fine. There's like cloud cover now. So if I'm playing a G chord, where am I going to move that D shape to get the G? Now remember, you can just count B, 1 fret, C, 2 to D, 2 to E, 1 to F, 2 to G, 8th fret. So that's a G chord, playing that D chord on 7, 8, 7. And if you missed at the beginning, guys, this is my trial live stream. I'm making sure I can see comments, respond to comments, do some basic things. But every week, Thursday, noon Eastern, I'm in a live stream. It's my kind of new promise to you guys because I want more engagement. I want you guys to be asking specific questions. In the past, we were doing these fun song writes where I would come up with melodies and chords and you guys would chime in with lyrics. That was a lot of fun. So I'm open to any idea. I'd love to try the option too where I can invite you guys to live stream or to just chat with me. That would be cool to actually see you in the room and have questions fired away. Message retracted. What does that mean? Nigel said something nice. Maybe. And I'm gonna stop. I have to lean in. I gotta like bring this screen closer or do something here. So G is the 8th fret. Where is C? This is where things get interesting. C we know is B. C, that's the 1st fret. Well, guess what? Playing a C chord on these top 3 strings, open, 1, open, that is the D shape, right? Like, it's kind of weird, but if, you know, these 2 fingers are the end of the guitar, but that is, the C shape is kind of the D shape moved up, right? So we can just play a C as open, 1, open. Or if we wanted to, we could go real high, the C again. If it's 1, you add 12, right? That's the octave. So it'd be the 13th fret, 12, 13. That's kind of high though, if you don't have a cutaway. So we've got G on the 8th fret. Then of course you know a D chord. Back to the C, to the G. That's a cool way to jam along with people. It's also a great way to start getting into lead playing. Too many people jump right away to scales, but there's so much cool stuff you can learn just from doing those triads. That was me literally just playing the notes in the chord, not adding any color. And do this with 5 songs, 6 songs, 7 songs. Play along with a bunch of songs and just get the chord progressions down. Let's do something with a minor. Let's do C, F, A minor, G. So C we already did. Open, 1, open. How do we play an F chord with the D shape? We talked about that. F is what? B, C, D, E is the 5th. We go up 1, don't B sharp, right? So only 1 fret from E to F. So I have that there, 6th fret, 5, 6, 5. So C, F. Let's do A minor. So C, F. A is what fret? Another way to think about A is if B is 12, what's the letter before B? A, right? So I go down 2 frets to 12. People are commenting here. I I got the fret. Oh, Nigel was embarrassed that he got the fret number wrong. He had to delete it. Blessings to all. Hey, thanks, Storm the Pitbull. God bless to you too, man. I hope everyone's doing well in the new year. We're bringing it on strong, man. It's going to be a good year. 2025 had some, personal hiccups in it, but all is well. And yeah, we're all blessed, man. I've realized I'm gonna get heady on you guys. The main kind of takeaway of 2025, without going into all the stories, is my main takeaway. I was reading this book. I can't remember the saint. I'm embarrassed to say I don't remember what saint was being mentioned, but he was using the word as like grumbling, or I don't know if it was groveling. Grumbling or groveling as being like the root of all sin. And even if you're not Christian, I don't care, right? Grumbling and groveling as being, the foundation of like, just muck. And it was recited so much in the book that it was like annoying me. Like, what do you mean grumbling is sin? And then if you think of like the Adam and Eve story of them eating the fruit and that being this, that they did the thing they weren't supposed to do. But there's like a fractal nature of that story, right? Whether you believe it to be true or a myth. It's so insanely powerful because literally in every moment of every day, every moment, not joking, every moment, not you, the royal you, we all have the choice, like, of choosing the fruit or not. And what I mean by that is, like, in every moment we can be grateful for something in our life, or we can find something to frickin' bitch about and grumble about, right? Grumble or grovel about, whatever word you want to use. And dude, that's it. That's it. In every moment, I have that opportunity. Yet it's amazing how often I choose to grumble. And so I'm like, really was focused on that a lot, because when big things go wrong, it's like you realize how stupid you are and how stupid you've been to grumble over these insignificant things. And there's a lesson to be learned in the Stoics too, right? Stoicism, this idea, thanks Jeff for reminding me about all this stuff. Jeff, the Cappadocian. The Stoics would say, like, well, imagine this horrible situation and meditate on it, right? I don't know if this was Seneca or Aurelius, but like, imagine that, if you're married, imagine that your frickin' wife is deathly ill and you have to care for her and she's bedridden or she's passed. And it sounds like a depressing meditation, and it certainly is. But the point is, if you sit in that and you feel that for a little bit, right? If you're on an emotional edge, don't go there. I'm not telling you to do this for sure. Know your own mental state here. But if you can sit in that and meditate on that for a while, you'll come out of that meditation with a profound sense of gratitude. And you'll go, wow, I was getting annoyed at my spouse or my friend or whoever you imagined for this dumb, freaking insignificant reason. And when you come out of that meditation, you're in reality. You're like, they're here, they're alive. You know how much they do for me and the joy they bring me and what they help me with. And it sounds dumb, but holy cow, that is insanely powerful to think about. And it really can help reset your whole framing on the day. And so that's it. It's been my kind of meditation and my journaling and reflection is constantly being about how often in this day did I choose the gratitude or did I choose to frickin' grumble, man? And, it's just resetting on that. And it's amazing how we keep falling, right? But the beauty is that we're given another opportunity, the fractal nature of the fall, right? Every moment is a new opportunity to ask for forgiveness or to forgive yourself. And to not grovel next time, but choose the thing to be grateful for. There's always something to be grateful for. Man, I'm going on, but it's fine. I'm going to keep doing it. Does anyone like my story, or you guys just want me to play the guitar? I can't hear the stream. Everyone else was hearing the stream. I hope you can hear the stream. I didn't hit any buttons. Anyway, I'll share this with you. When my dad we lost my dad to prostate cancer several years ago. And one of my older sisters, when she was, when my dad was going through all this stuff, she would just play this game with my dad, like, it could be worse. And so even though he's going through, like, pancreatic cancer. That was like the worst one. He was like found out 7 months later, gone. But she'd play this game that, it could be worse, Dad, right? So he's going through chemo and feeling like crap. And she's like, Dad, it could be worse. He's like, really, it could? How? And then she, named just terrible things. That could be worse, right? It could be worse. And you're grateful, like, hey, I'm here talking to you. I could also have this kind of cancer and be lying in bed next to you, And it was a game a funny way to frame this idea of gratitude. And that's it. The game certainly got harder as he got closer to that. It was less fun, right? It could be worse. There's still lots of things that could be worse. But when you're the person who's dying, you could see that the game had lost a little bit of its charm. I hope you guys can still hear me here. I can hear it. Please continue, bud. Oh, thanks, Storm. Thanks, Nigel. Beautiful message, Patrick says. Yeah, man. And it's not mine. It's just something that another kind of like brutal part of reality. But there's a flip side to everything horrible, right? It's just like suffering, man. Why do we have to suffer to learn? Like, isn't there another way we could learn? Like, why do we have to go through such hardship and crap in order to gain a little wisdom? But I guess that is the flip side. Like, there is suffering, but then that is the gratitude, right? That is the non-grovel. That's the gratitude that we can find, is that when we suffer it has a way of laying out very obviously what we value and what we don't value. And it takes getting cornered. Why? Why does it take getting cornered to learn a damn lesson in life? But when you get cornered, you learn lessons. And in a flash, you can see this frivolous shit you've been giving time and energy to. And that suffering like helps you cut off the bull crap and helps you focus on what's important. And so that's 20. Yeah, you know what I'm not whining here. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Things are good. But you know what I mean? You go through stuff in life and you reflect, and the end of the year, there's been a lot of reflection is all that I'm saying. All right, I'm always grateful. Every night I kiss my kids goodnight. Nigel, and then safe when someone around the world can. Yes, yeah, exactly, right? It's like, maybe Nigel, I know how it goes. Sometimes your kids drive you up the freaking wall, man, right? And you're mad at them. You find yourself like getting upset or raising your voice, especially as the kids get older. And I have 4 of them, so there's like a lot of chaos. But yeah, then at night, man, just to take that moment, like that was chaotic, but like, what am I complaining about, man? I've got 4 beautiful, healthy kids. So perfect example. We all have hundreds of examples of this in our life. And it's every day. Gidi Gomag says, I don't know what that means. To keep that even in the shadow of death, must I have taken great strength. Rest in peace, sir. Yeah. Storm, I hear you. Yeah. Yep. So that's it. End rant. I don't know what I was talking about, but Mike's music method is going to be a focus. It's been a focus, but moving forward, even more so, it's just such a joy and pleasure to help people out. And the emails and comments I get are like really moving. I know people are always like, oh, don't let the internet be a reflection on like how good you are or your worth, right? Your self-worth, because there's going to be trolls. But it's like, sure, I get a couple trolls here and there, which is funny because I'm just giving out free content. You can still troll me, I guess, hours of my time. But it like, it does give me a lot of self-worth. You know what I mean? I'll be totally honest, man. I get emails in the comments and like I'm giving people the gift of music and helping them partially, not taking a lot of credit, but like even those little bumps, man, to teach someone finger picking or give them confidence in a song that they didn't think they'd be able to do. So it's really cool. And I've met so many good people. Nigel, you're one of them that I have like real relationships with. I probably have like 30 plus numbers in my phone just of people I've never met who just emailed me or through the Discord that I like talk to on a, maybe 10 of them on a regular basis, but yeah, then like another 20 that I'll occasionally call. It's unreal. It's unreal. You're all good people out there. And that's it. You guys are getting me all emotional. Oh, sorry. Yeah, yeah, and Storm, I'm like reading things too quick here. Yeah. To keep that even in the shadow of death must have taken great strength. Rest in peace. Or yeah. Yeah, yes and no. My dad was a cool dude, so it's like it was. I don't want to say it was. Yeah, it wasn't hard to do. I mean, it sucked at times, of course. but you try to keep the joy, and he was a joyful dude. So yeah, Michael, you're welcome, dude. You're welcome. He says thanks for the work. Cool. So that's the takeaway. The takeaway is that big story, but the takeaway was the chord, right? With just that D shape, literally in 10 days, learn 6 different songs. Right? If it calls for, we already did D. Let's say it calls for E to A, right? So E, I'm going to count. That's that 5th fret. A is, that's 2 under the 12th. Because the 12th is B, because it's the B string. So E to A is just 5 to 10. And learn a bunch of songs, and very easily you'll have command over that D shape. Then you can do the same thing with the A shape. 2-2 open. I know that looks a little weird because normally we're used to an open, but that 2-2 open becomes 3-3-1. That's a B flat. But I'm jumping the gun. Just have fun with the D shape. In 2 weeks you'll have it rock solid. It'll be as easy as your open chords. So everyone, if you're watching, if you end up watching, comment down below. Let me know what you'd like these Thursday live streams to be like. So I will be back here tomorrow, noon Eastern. I'll try to keep it regular. I'm trying to figure out how to stream to Facebook and excuse me, Instagram at the same time. But we can talk anything, answer questions, songwrite together, theory, fretboard stuff. That's it. You're all good. Let me finish up reading the chats here. Yeah. I think that's it. I think we're all caught up. You guys are awesome. Be well. I will catch some of you tomorrow. Peace.